6:15 in the morning. Winter solstice. We've had a pretty early morning start. We up anchored at 4 o'clock this morning from Coffs Harbour after a pretty rocky night, because we are keen to make the incoming tide at Yamba, where we're headed today. So we headed off in the dark. We're just seeing light now, which is wonderful, but we did see a bit of moonlight. Any comment from the captain?
No, might need a coffee soon.
Okay. We've just had a bit of a catastrophe. I went downstairs to make a cup of tea, turned the gas stove on, and we're out of gas. That's our biggest problem today.
But luckily, it's very calm at the moment, and so we can replace the gas bottle. So I've done that, put this new one in. So just as a bit of advice, most people with gas bottle receptacles like this in their boat, they always complain to me about how the bottle rattles around all over the place, and it's true, and people do all sorts of stuff. So the best thing to do is get yourself 3 of these, 4. These are just door wedges made out of rubber. They are fantastic. If the boat went upside down, the LPG bottle will fall out. So you basically put your bottle in and you wedge it with these wedges like that, and the bottle will not move anywhere. And of course, make sure you have a gas fuse on your outlet of your gas bottle, so that detects if there's a major leak or something like that. The gas fuse will pop and stop a massive outflow of gas from any sort of breakages in the pipe. And so that's what they basically look like down there. So you push them to reset. And so Kim's almost ready to make some soup.
And I moved the old empty gas bottle to storage. The captain has requested a safety briefing.
Just a little bit of advice for the gas fuses. So they have a gauge associated with it as well. So what's good about that is not only to tell you when your gas is empty, but you can also use them as an indication for leaks. So what you do is, with the stove off, obviously downstairs, turn the valve to the gas bottle off.
Yep.
And the pressure should hold in the gauge, which it is. So that means that there's no leaks downstream from the gas bottle, which is a good thing. You don't want to just another little thing you can look at, and it also works at home.
Thank you. Coming into Yamba bar crossing, which is a bit of a spicy one, and we can't line up the leads, so we're just flying blind a little bit. Quite a bit of swell about. We're now on the leads. It's a bit of white knuckle fever though.
Way, if you're in an unknown waterway, check an anchorage for its depth is at low tide like it is now, and it's far better to check the bottom with a lead line like this. So I got this one set at 3 metres. So far better to check the bottom with this than your keel if you're coming in your boat. So it's a good way to have a look around too. So you can have a good look around at things, and obviously our boat's parked in a really good spot at the moment. So we simply just got the line over. And I've got 3 metres here, and it's plenty deep enough for our boat to be here. And we've checked all the way along here at the moment. And surprisingly, it seems really deep. So we'll do a few more little spot checks near the entrance, and we should be good to go. We decide to come over here tomorrow or later on this afternoon. So this guy here's probably come in at high tide and hasn't realised how far the tide's going to go down. There's one other thing which people always ask me about, is a GPS antenna installation. So I've got 3 GPS antennas on this boat. So that one there is for the wind, and that one there is for the multi-function display, and they all say, why have you not put them outside? Well, there's no real reason to put them outside. It only introduces them to more salt water and wind and all the rest of it, because the deck is fiberglass, it's plastic, it's no different than the cover. So better off keeping them inside. If it was a steel boat it would be different, but it's not. So the deck hull is fiberglass, and the GPS signals, which I think from memory are over, they might be 1750 megs, I think. Anyway, so it's such a high frequency or ultra high frequency, it just goes straight through the fiberglass deck. So there's no reason to put them outside. And here's the other one up here. That one there is for the AIS, and all I've had to do is put a sign on there to say don't block, so that stops, well, reminds people not to put stuff on top of it. That's about the only thing. But that works 100% there. Same thing, it's the microwave GPS transmissions from the GPS satellites go right through the fiberglass deck and timber, so no problem. So yeah, just thought I'd like to clarify that, as people always ask.
Beautiful, isn't it?